Good morning back. Welcome back, everybody. December 10th marks the 75th anniversary of a groundbreaking global pledge, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. And tomorrow, the diplomatic community is hosting a conference at the Hawaii Convention Center focused on North Korea. Ambassador Julie Turner, the United States Special Envoy for North Korean Human Rights, is one of the keynote speakers. And also joining us is Ambassador Shirai, who's also joining us from representing North Korea on behalf of South Korea. So thank you so much for joining us this morning. So let's start with why we are hosting this conference.
Well, I think this is the first ever conference held in Hawaii featuring North Korean human rights. And as value-based diplomacy is getting very important, particularly between US and Korea, I think they start highlighting the human rights and normative issues in terms of the North Korean relations. And I think including Hawaiian community, the international community realized the importance of human rights as a basic rights for the single individual people.
Mm-hmm. And Ambassador Turner, we just had all this news about the spy satellite, a lot of focus on what North Korea is doing, monitoring our military bases. There's a lot of anxiety around a country that we don't know very much about. What is your role in kind of alleviating a lot of that?
So my role is to help shine a spotlight on the North Korean human rights situation, which we believe is inextricably linked to international peace and security. The North Korean government sends workers overseas to generate revenue for their WMD program, and so part of what Ambassador Lee and I do is we are seeking to create change in the human rights situation in North Korea.
Mm-hmm. Not enough attention is paid to that. Like we said, a lot of the focus, especially in the media, and what people talk about is the military aspect of it. Mm-hmm. What do you hope to change? Is there something that needs to change with that?
Absolutely. The human rights situation in North Korea is one of the most egregious situations in the world. You can be subjected to summary execution for simply watching a Hollywood movie or a South Korean drama. Individuals don't have the freedom of movement, which has led to the separation of many families over years, both through the division of the peninsula during the Korean War, but also refugees that are leaving now oftentimes have to leave behind loved ones. And so there's a real humanitarian impact here. And one of the things that Ambassador Lee and I hope to do is to really show that there are people in North Korea that are suffering. And we hope to do all that we can to help improve the welfare of their lives.
Mm-hmm. And Ambassador Lee, tell us more about your role also and what we can expect from the conference tomorrow.
To follow up what the Ambassador Turner has mentioned, I do believe the North Korean military threat and human rights abuses are the same side of the one coin. So we have to address those things, particularly in terms of the financing and labor. So to follow up what she said, probably two more things quickly, if I can tell you, those nuclear sites, since they've been testing nuclear the programs for 6 times at least, there are possibility of the radioactive exposure. So there are victims probably there. So those things I want to figure it out. And another thing is it's very important for us to think about the overseas laborers of North Koreans, at least 100,000 around the world. So their revenue is the kind of the very big portion of the Kim Jong-un, who is the North Korean leader, so like ruling like money. So those things I think we have to cut off. So those things I would like to talk about it tomorrow because I'm also the professor of international security. So I just want to analyzing those two issues. And one quick thing I would like to do is the importance of internationalizing North Korean human rights. Because if we only focusing on North Korean human rights alone, I think we don't have much audience. So I want to think about what kind of humanitarian crises around the world are there and how those North Korean human rights abuses are meant in terms of the global and regional context. And I look forward to closely working with Julie Turner on that issue as well.
Yeah, this is a really important conversation to have, especially here in Hawaii,
right.
And that's why it's important. Just real quickly, why should people care, our people here in Hawaii, about what happens in the Korean Peninsula?
Well, as I said, not necessarily just mentioning only for that there are many Korean or Asian communities in here in Hawaii, but still, after all those the Pearl Harbor, the incident a long time ago, and those things I think of the value for them that remind them of importance of freedoms and the individual safety, including human rights in those things. And I think those somehow link to that. And also, I hope that they value for the Korea and U.S. alliance. And in that sense, when we just move toward for comprehensive alliance, I think human rights is very important.
All right.
By the way, after this, we will have alliance night on Tuesday as well.
Yes, well, we are running out of time, but we have more information on our website. Thank you so much for being with us this morning and talking about this. Human Rights Month is December. We'll have more information, as we said. That's 1:30 to 6 p.m. tomorrow at the Hawaii Convention Center, open to the public. All right, you are watching Sunrise Weekends. We are off for a break. We'll be right back.